like newts. Repent now, see the truth. The big G-O-D, not Zeus. Repent or die, gotta choose. I bind and rebuke the spirit of jealousy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of heresy. I bind and rebuke. Ain't dealing with no pride. I bind and rebuke. Only seeking the most high. I bind and rebuke the spirit of envy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of Pharisee. I bind and rebuke. Just wait on the most high. I bind and rebuke. Your legs on you in no time.
Demons disrespecting, I gotta step on them. Giving opera reverence, he blew his breath on me. Mortify my flesh, and strengthen my testimony. Calling my brethren, cause I gotta check on them. This is new age, we ain't taking no losses. Seeking the space and we bearing our crosses. Fashion, we pray, got the enemy nauseous. Walking by faith, we ain't gotta be cautious. I walk in authority. I curve Jezebels, don't want Abba ignore me. I know my identity. I give evil spirits to smoke like a chimney. I'm keeping my soul with me. I don't wrestle flesh, I was armor adorning me. Whatever I need, I just ask of the Father by Hashem Yeshaya.
I bind and rebuke the spirit of jealousy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of heresy. I bind and rebuke. Ain't dealing with no pride. I bind and rebuke. Only seeking the most high. I bind and rebuke the spirit of envy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of Pharisee. I bind and rebuke. Just wait on the most high. I bind and rebuke. Your legs on you in no time.
Yeah, I bind a rebuke, come line up a nuke, come fire Hadouken, gripping the sword, it's time to get ruthless, let it be known, what side are you choosing?
What side are you choosing, man?
Who can oppose the Lion of Judah, Christ on the way, the time is reducing. I'm forsaking and cutting my ties with the wickedness, purging out and getting rid of carcinogens. Rather storing up treasures and dividends in the Father and Messiah, I'm limitless. Gotta stay on your God and be vigilant, devil plotting in his ways, I'm meticulous. Cut the head of the snake, yeah we snipping it, New Jerusalem is all we envision it, rebuke him.
I bind and rebuke the spirit of jealousy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of heresy. I bind and rebuke. Ain't dealing with no pride. I bind and rebuke. Only seeking the most high. I bind and rebuke the spirit of envy. I bind and rebuke the spirit of Pharisee. I bind and rebuke. Just wait on the most high. I bind and rebuke. Your legs on you in no time.
All right, shalom and shalom, everybody. Welcome to the night's class, Real-Time Prophecy, where we give you the prophecies with real-time news. All right, we're going to give all honor and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. We're going to get started, but before we do, we're going to send us some prayers. So let's face the east. Brothers, if you got your head covered, please uncover your head. And sisters, if you don't have it, please get you something to cover your head, so we can face the east and pray.
Shalom.
Shalom, King.
Shalom. Brother Thaddeus on here?
Yep. You want to send us some prayers for us, King?
Hold on. Just give me a second. All right. Everybody ready? So, brothers, make sure, your head uncovered. Sisters, make sure your head's covered and facing the east. All right. I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Pray for mercy and strength, and pray that you take not your spirit away from us. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Pray that this class be edifying through the Spirit. Pray that we serve you out of sincerity and truth, and pray that this call be filled with integrity and truth, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and that you guide us and guide our lips. And through water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, call holy Yahweh Shem Yahushua, through water Yahweh Shem Yahushua, call holy Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Malak Yahushua. Amen.
Amen. What's the move? You teaching tonight?
Yeah, I'm teaching. Me and that.
Okay, fine.
So you ready?
Yeah, already, King.
All right. Go ahead. Kick it off.
All right, so I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? Today is the prophecy call, and we're going to be getting into prophecies to show that we're living in the last days. Hey, King, can you get me Sirach chapter 39, verse 1? Because, in these last days, we have to be occupied and, paying attention. You know what I'm saying? We have to be occupied in knowing that
Hold on, Salaki.
he's coming real soon, so we have to pay attention to what's going on in order to know the time that we living in.
That's right. Could we get a reader, Baba Kashan? Because I don't have the apocrypha on my own.
I'll read, bro.
All right, Khan. It'll be showing the screen. Do we have somebody to show the screen?
Yeah, see the screen, right?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay, Khan. All right, go ahead, King. Go ahead.
All right, so
go ahead, King.
No, you go ahead, King. You can read. My bad.
You sure?
Yeah, you can read Sirach 39, verse 1.
All right, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies.
Right. So a person, a man, you gotta be firstly occupied in the law of meditation, right? And seeking out the wisdom of the ancients, because the ancients they put into this through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they put inside this book how to serve the Lord, how to understand what is prophecy, right? They put the prophecy out there. That's part of the wisdom of the ancients, to understand the things that's going to be happening now, thousands and thousands of years later, right? But you got it.
Yeah, basically what the brother's saying, man. Hey, we have to be occupied in these prophecies, man, to know what's going on. Because Yahushua, he's coming back real soon. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to be, lost in this world, not knowing what's going on. Paying attention to worldly things or paying attention to what's the next thing I'm gonna unlock in his life. None of that don't matter, man. Can you get me now the book of Revelation, chapter 19, verse 10? You got this, King.
Khan.
The book of Revelation, chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy.
Right. So the testimony of Yahweh Shah, right, is the spirit of prophecy, right? And then we think about it, right? Yahweh Shah was prophesied throughout the Old Testament, right? And then even in the New Testament, Yahweh Shah, he prophesied himself, right? And then you go to the very end of the Bible, right? It's talking about the prophecy of the coming of the Messiah, right? But the testimony of Yahweh Shah is the spirit of prophecy. And then we're saying that we want to be called followers of Christ, Hamashiach, right? We got to be in the spirit of prophecy. We got to want to understand prophecy in this thing, right? It was like it said in rough paraphrasing in Psalms, it was given to us to know the parables and the secrets, right? Which would be your prophecy in the deep dark sins. But go ahead. So what we're gonna do? What we're gonna do real quick is you got some pictures, King. I put some in the chat.
Yeah, I got some pictures that's gonna go into what we finna bring out.
All right, well, so I'm gonna hit the current events real fast. I'm gonna cover the current events, and then we go on. So before we hop into this the times that we're living in, we want to bring out a couple of current events that's been going on in the world, right? So in the chat, we just post some picture in chat. Lord willing, I hope they loaded up. They did? Is they in the chat? Can somebody see it?
They in the chat. What you sent? You sent something?
Yeah, I don't know why I can't even see it on my phone. That's crazy. But I can't see what I put in the chat for some reason. It's not loading up on my phone. But if anybody, can you put the first thing that I posted in the chat? I can't even see it.
All I can see is the images that Thad posted.
What? Okay. I'm gonna try again. Okay. Tell in there now. Should be in there.
Okay.
Con. So could you get the very first one, King Babakshar?
End time headline. U.S. warns allies that Russia could launch nuclear weapon into orbit this year.
Right. So the usual well I won't say the usual, but more than often it's becoming a common thing now, rumors of wars, right? So what you have here is hey, the US warning its allies that hey, Russia could drop a nuke sometime this year, right? And so we know that the nukes dropping or the bombs dropping, especially nuclear bombs, those are, i.e., very close to prophecy being i.e., let's go to the book of Revelation chapter 6. Right, the book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse number 11, verse 13, Revelation 6:13.
Revelation 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind.
Right, so those stars of heaven, not actual stars that fell from the sky, right? It's talking about nuclear missiles, right? And these things are going to shake the earth, right? So what it is basically this thing that we're seeing is they're projecting that possibly it could be some nukes dropped this year. Who knows? Only the Most High knows. But if that's the case, that would be the part of those stars falling from heaven. Because once one nation shoot a nuclear bomb, all nations shoot bombs. That's just how that go. I don't have the video, but there's a video out that was circulated where you have kind of like a simulation of what would happen if one nation will shoot a missile off, and what you have is you have missiles going all around the earth basically, and that's gonna be them stars falling from the heaven. It's gonna be missiles dropped from the east to the west, right? The whole earth is going to be shaking, right? So they saying that it possibly could happen. Who knows? Only the Most High knows, but that just came out. But we're gonna go to the next one. Yes, sir.
Is America being attacked by an EMP dry run? Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night last night, there were mass cellular outages reported for uses of AT&T at Verizon, Cricket Wireless, Boost Mobile, and other uses as well.
Mm-hmm.
Why would millions of people phones give them? You want me to keep going, King?
You can. Well, you keep going.
Okay. Why would millions of people's phones give them an SOS message, which prevents some from making any calls, even to 911?
Right. So hold on. We just got some hot off the press that's backing up what we talking about right now. I'm about to add it to the chat right now. It just popped in from Inline Headline. So we getting this news right as it comes. You know what I'm saying? But so I don't know if brothers and sisters was aware, but I was up at work last night and there was basically no service on my phone whatsoever. I couldn't access nothing. Right? Social media didn't work, nothing didn't work. So right now we also have a video, right? We got a video and it's going into like different places that was hit by this cyber attack, right? So it's well, they saying that it's power outages, as in they don't know, but we got some pictures in the chat that's alluding to that it could be a cyber attack. So it was one it's the last one I just put in. The last one I just put in allude to that.
Hey, was you gonna touch on that solar flare? 'Cause that had a lot to do with it too. I don't know if he was gonna touch on that.
I wasn't gonna touch on that. The reason why I was it's a reason why I was gonna touch on that.
Say less, King.
But the reason why I would say that, so you know what I'm saying, you could touch on it, you could definitely can, because you definitely can touch on it. I don't have no pictures on it, but you can go ahead.
Oh no, nah, but that also could contribute to those EMPs, those electromagnetic pulses. It was a corona mass ejection. That's what a CME is. When a flare shoots off the sun, it messed with our technology. But that was it. That could contribute to why you ain't have no server.
Con. I did see that. I did see that. Now, the reason why I was bringing this out, because there is prior to, you know what I'm saying, I definitely feel you talking about. I definitely see you talking about that. But prior to coming to this day that we are in right now, there was, I want to say it was last week or a week ago, where they finally, the FBI was kind of telling us that the Chinese has infiltrated us on a lot of our how can I say, a lot of our things that we have, or different firewalls, or different systems that we have that's on the cyber plane. They have already infiltrated. That's the best way I can put it. A lot of cyber things that we have in our country, as in like different, like everything that you see that we see is backed by the cyber world. Like, it's a world that's an unseen world, right? It's an unseen world that everything that around you, even from the hospitals to 911 to our jobs, right? All these things are on a higher plane on the cybernet. So what's going on is you have the Chinese, right? They have already infiltrated a plethora of our systems, right? And in an event, they could possibly do something that just has happened just recently, which alludes to what I just brought out with the FBI, with this thing right here about the end time headlines. But you can bring that out. You can read that.
I can't see it. Can you blow it up? Okay, it say end time headlines update. FBI and Homeland Security urgently investigating whether AT&T outages was a cyber attack.
Right. So now it very well could be the because of the flare, but also keep in mind of the things that's going on as in the from the standpoint of being infiltrated by another company, being that we are in America. The also possibility is what's going on right now is a cyber attack, right? And that goes into the next thing, because that goes into another post that I just posted in there too, as well. Because what you have going on is we had a cyber attack on pharmaceuticals, on a pharmacy aspect, which is on one of the slides. If you could bring that up as well.
Okay, you want me to read the slide? I can't.
Con.
Okay, developing cyber attack strikes pharmacies nationwide.
Right. So in the event of this coming out, right, the blackout. I mean, not blackout. The social or the phone outages you have hit with the pharmaceuticals, right? So now remember the people that's doing this is Chinese that already have infiltrated a lot of things, like a lot of our cyber cyber facilities. And the FBI previously told us, because we went over this like a couple of classes back, but we were saying like how the FBI, it was like a couple weeks back, matter of fact, when I think about it. But the FBI, they were saying that basically it's more Chinese hackers than is of them that can defend the hacking. So basically what you have is so basically you have things going on as in the cyber world, right? Cyber war is going on as we speak. Basically, you got these people attacking the pharmaceuticals. Now they're attacking the phone outages and things like that, right? So you have outages in Los Angeles, California, and Los Angeles, California, Atlanta, and Chicago, right? So this was all around the United States, right? So let's bring out this video. If I can share my screen though, real fast. Bring out this video.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so boom. Okay. All right. So all right.
On with the AT&T phone network as we speak. This is a heat map from downdetector.com that shows several major US cities without any AT&T cell service. That also includes myself. Now, this was updated just a couple minutes ago that already shows 8,000 plus people that have the ability to report the outage. And everyone also immediately taking to Twitter to say, what is going on? And the short answer is, we have no idea what's going on. I mean, it's currently 4 a.m. here Eastern time, and I'm on SOS as well. The only reason I'm able to upload this TikTok is because of a Wi-Fi connection. Now, some of the largest impacted cities include these up above, including Houston, Dallas, Seattle, Los Angeles, Chicago, San Antonio, San Francisco, Tulsa, and Atlanta. Now, 59% of people say their mobile phone isn't working. 25% say there's no signal. Question is, are you getting service right now, and is this only on the AT&T network, or is it on other cellular brands too?
Right, so you got something it's showing right there. That is Verizon as well, and not just AT&T. Just showing a different companies that got hit by it, right? So don't stop that. Stop sharing my screen. Stop sharing screen. All right, so we're bringing out these things, and one would say, well, how does this relate to prophecy? You know what I'm saying? How does it relate to prophecy? How does this thing relate to the Bible? Well, this is a part of the downfall of America. Once you can infiltrate a land or a place, and there's no we have cell phone outages, like you said, no one could call 911. So basically, if something was to happen, basically there was no way anybody can get help. You got all hell could break loose. You know what I'm saying? The network is the network that we live on. It's ran by everything. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of reminds me of the movie that movie that just came out. What's that movie with the Jake and he had his daughter and they had went to the Edomite's house. Huh?
Leave the World Behind.
Yeah, Leave the World Behind. One of the first things that was happening there, they weren't having no cell phone. They weren't having no cell phone reception. People losing cell phone reception. So ultimately, it could be FBI. I mean, it could be cyber attacks by China. It could be the solar flare. Regardless, we know that the Most High, he made it happen. The Most High made it happen, and this is going to be a part of the downfall of the infrastructure of America. Because a country that's built off technology, it needs technology. So if you attack its technology, that's a part of the down. Most of every country that you see around is ran off of technology. All the big countries that you see are ran off of technology. your Russia, your Europe, your Sweden, your the NATO, all these countries that build off technology. All of them have technology and advanced technology. So once you break down their technology barrier, it's kind of like making a country a third world country, which is basically like a country that's uncivilized or that's not as well developed, an undeveloped country. So making America an undeveloped country is a big thing, right? Because as of now, you can cause a lot of people that live in hospitals, like people that's on dialysis or that's on breathing machines, those are ran by technology. If that technology goes down, all those people that's in those homes that rely on technology, they're going to perish. So it can continue to get worse, or it can kind of move out. We don't know. It's all the Most High. But the point is, we're bringing out the current events, the thing that's going on in the world. And let's go to the next slide. About the parents warn nation after child removed from their own home for improper pronoun usage.
It's a parents warn nation after child removed from their own home for improper pronoun usage.
Right. So now you got these parents. They actually got their child removed out of the house because they called it. Their child is a boy, but I guess they didn't call the child what the child identifies. The boy identifies as a she. So they basically removed the child from the home. They took their child. They took their children. They took their child from them because they won't call them by a dang pronoun, man. Right? And it's basically saying that this can happen anywhere. So basically, what you got going on is now these devils are trying to force parents to okay their children call themselves things that's contrary to the Most High. Because the Most High didn't have it said train up a child as he shall go. So we don't train our children, raise our children to think that a boy could be a woman or a girl, or that a girl could be a boy. That's against the Most High God, right? The Lord never ordained for a man to call himself a woman. No man should ever call himself a woman, right? So they want our children to be okay with calling themselves different gender or pronouns. That's devil talk. That's wicked, right? So let's go to 1 Timothy chapter 2 Timothy chapter 3, right? And we're gonna go to we're gonna read verse 1, and then we're gonna jump down to you really could go you could really go to 2 though. You really go to 1, read to 2.
Yes, sir. The book of 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy.
Right, so stop right there. So we got a plethora of things, but it just said, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Dangerous times, you know what I'm saying? Wild times. And so this will be one of the wild times when you have a parent, their child is being taken from them because they won't call their child a pronoun, man. That's evil. That is so evil, man. They're literally trying to promote an agenda where now these kids, they can report their parents. Oh, my parents not calling me a she, right? And now their child getting taken away, man. This is diabolical, but it lets you know, man, you know what I'm saying, that we gotta be living last days. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, it's people that's 30 years old in this chat and over, right? Growing up, this was never a thing. This was never a thing. You whatever your parents, first of all, you're not even gonna talk. You not whatever your parents said. Your parents probably cuss you out back then. You better not say nothing. So now they got it to where they got in these kids' mind that, hey, I can be a cat, I can be a horse, I can be a frog. And my parents, if they don't accept that, then I can tell on my parents. I can report my parents for not accepting me for being a fraud, right? This is a product of being in the last days. Is all I can say in a simple way. This is the product of living in the last days, where you have it to where now they're preying on children. They're preying on the innocent minds of the children, where these children can think it's okay for them. The Lord never said, call your child a dang cat, or your son call him a girl, or a non-binary, pansexual, whatever. You know what I'm saying? All these things are against the laws of the Most High God, right? In the law, it says it doesn't say anything about doing anything of that such is against the laws of the Most High God. So what you're seeing in the last days, you're going to see an increase of things that are against the laws of the Most High God. Which when you go to the Matthew chapter 24, it talks about that briefly as well. So we go to Matthew chapter 24 and go to verse number 12.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Right. So it said iniquity shall abound, right? Now this is two parts to this. So you're gonna have iniquity, which is sin, right? It's gonna abound. So you're gonna see an increase of sinful things, wicked things, vile things. Yet again, I point this out. If you're over 30, you know there's a drastic difference from when we was growing up to the time now. It's like night and day. It's night and day. It's a total different world now. When I was growing up, it was a total different world versus now. It's a total different world that we're living in. But Lord said that iniquity shall abound, right? So we're going to see this. And then you're going to see an increase of people, the love of many waxing cold. You're going to see more and more people killing one another. Like it's been things coming out about women killing their children. I mean, it's been a lot of things going on. Just got to keep it on. But we don't have the time to bring out every last thing. It's so many things that's been going on in the world, but we just picked out a few things that's kind of popped out at the eye, relating to what's going on, right, in current events. But we gonna go ahead and start on what we had. What was about how we know that we're living the last days. Cause we kind of talking about it, but we're gonna get into it in depth. But you gotta
you mind if I show something I can touch in with that right there? With verse 12. That it says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So, hey, King, can you go to the chat and go to the last thing, the last thing that I sent? It should say, like, cousins ages 10 and 12. Because that goes right along with that, man. The love of many shall wax cold, man. And this happened 2 days ago, man. All right. A brother can read that.
Cousins, ages 10 and 12, charged with beating 3-year-old girl to death while 2 moms were out gambling.
So, man, hey, the love of many shall wax. The love of many is gonna be cold in these last days, man. It says cousins, and these were actually 2 Israelites, cousins ages 10 and 12, charged with beating 3-year-old girl to death. And it's like, where, like the brother was saying, that we truly in the last days. When we were let's say, like, the brother, when he was growing up, he probably never seen nothing like this, man. Right? He never seen, you know what I'm saying, cousins talking about they're beating their 3-year-old little cousin to death. That's madness, man. And that's what's gonna keep happening these last days, man. I think I got another one in the chat.
Hey, Salaki, while you look for that, let me get a precept real quick on that. All right, because this is the kind of things that we should be expecting to happen as the days draw nigh. Let's go to 2 Ezra chapter 5. Yeah, verse number 8. Let's read that.
Second Ezra chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
Right. Menstruous women bringing forth monsters. Talking about these children. These children these days are monsters. They're not like how it used to be bad, but it's a whole nother type of thing going on. When you're reading about, let me go back to it. When you read about cousins 10 and 12 charged with beating 3-year-old girl to death, that's a monster. Wow, what type of anger do you have to have in you to want to do that to a little baby? All right. So the Bible is a true book. What you got? Right, you had your hand up. Go ahead, King.
Kind of just had to make a quick little point. But yeah, that's just you know what I'm saying. Hearing that's just crazy. Like when you was growing up, man. Like when you was hanging with your cousins, man. I'm gonna speak for myself. We just used to just hang out, man. Play the game at each other's crib, spend the night, have fun, and then that was it. We just used to go home, man. Now you seeing people just you know what I'm saying killing one another, man. And that's just like that just goes on Matthew 24. But that's all I got.
Man, it's crazy, man, because you never seen these things, happen, man. Lord willing, if we can touch on all of them in the short time that we got, man. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, in these last days, man. I wanna get one more. Can you get me the book of Second Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. It's gonna go along to what the brother was just gonna get into, man, because man, this is truly that we living in the last days that Yahweh Shai, ignorant what the world calls Jesus Christ, was already warning us of these things. That's what's to come. And look at them coming to pass in these last days, man. But you can read verse 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir. The book of Second Ezra, chapter 9 and verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then thou shalt understand. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time, wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. So it says measure the time, right? When it says measure the time, it's basically observing the time, watching the times that we're living in, right? We gotta watch it. We gotta watch the times because the Lord told us of the signs of His coming, right? He gave us signs, and He gave us signs in the scriptures of His coming and of the end of the world, because His coming, the coming of our Messiah is around the same. It correlates with the end of this world as we may know it, as the world as it is now. The coming of the Messiah, they go hand in hand, right? You got a precept on that, King?
But, yeah. Can you get me Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1? Because the brother said, hey, guess what, man? All these things are happening, man. We gotta be paying attention, man. We can't be in fairyland drifting off doing, God knows what, man. We gotta be paying attention. But also, we are the watchmen, all right? We are the watchmen of the Most High. He's showing us these prophecies, and this prophecy call, we got to be showing the people what's going on, right? But you can start at 1, King.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what will he say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
So guess what, man? It says I will stand upon my watch. It says and set me upon the tower, and to watch to see what he was saying to me. So we are standing at the watch. We're standing at the top. We're standing at the tower, man, watching all these things, what's going on. We watching these prophecies come to pass, man. We're watching all these things happen, right? We're seeing all these things happen, and it's starting to get near that time, man. Can we go back to 2 Ezra 9 verse? Let's get to the point so I can show I want to show this thing in the chat, and I'm gonna give it back to the brother, man. Verse 3.
Verse 3, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Salakia, hold up. Before we touch on that, it's one precept that we wanted to go to connect that the Lord told us, you know what I'm saying, the times that we was living in, right? Matthew chapter 24 and verse 3, right? So that's a second witness to that before he go into the different signs, because Yahweh Shai even told us about this. So Matthew 24 and 3.
And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Right. So when it says second Israel, it's talking about the visitation, the Lord visiting the Most High, Yahweh Shai basically visiting the world. This what it's talking about, because the disciples, they was inquiring. It was like, well, hey, what's the signs? You know what I'm saying? And then when you read on, the Lord tells you, well, these are the signs of my coming. But you got it there. You got it, King.
All right, so if you go to second Ezra chapter 9, verse 3, and that's true, man. That, you know what I'm saying? They were asking, you know, Yahweh Shai, like, man, hey, when these things gonna come to pass so we can know when the end of the world is, man. All right. And you know what I'm saying? He told them, right? Read verse 3 for me. Yeah, read verse 3 for me.
Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
So guess what, man? He said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from that were before thee. So let's get that right quick. Let's get the earthquakes and let's get the uproars amongst the people, man. If you go to the one that says, it says 213 deaths were caused by Japan's earthquake. It's like AP. It's a black screenshot.
Oh, that shit right
213 deaths were caused by Japan's New Year's earthquake. 8 happened to be in the alleged safety of shelters.
So it says 213 people were killed, man, in an earthquake. But what did Yahweh Shai say? He said earthquakes. He said earthquakes were gonna be happening. All right. If you go to the one down from that, the one down from that, he said earthquakes were gonna be happening, man. Right? Earthquakes, famines, all these things are gonna be happening in the last days, and let's prove that with this right here. Right? You can read that, King.
More than $400 million needed for Western Afghanistan to recover from October earthquake, UN says.
Guess what? They haven't even recovered from the last earthquake. The Lord is not playing in these last days, man. The Lord is shaking things up in the earth right now, man. The Lord is not coming to send peace. You know, the days of you going to the store, you know, having fun, you know, going to the fair, all those days are finna come to an end, man. The Lord, he's not finna keep playing, man, with us in this world, man. It's either we gonna get down or lay down and stay watching these prophecies to see what's gonna happen, man. Just because an earthquake hasn't happened physically where we stay at and seen it doesn't mean that it's not happening somewhere else, man. So we gotta make sure that we pay attention. You go ahead, King. You got it.
I got a point to what you're saying though. And see how you did
You're breaking up a little bit, Aliyah.
Earthquake in Japan. It was one in Afghanistan. These earthquakes in on the eastern no.
Yeah, you good.
Okay. But as the brother's bringing out, you know what I'm saying, these earthquakes that the brother brought out, they are in different parts of the world, right? But Lord said there's going to be earthquakes in diverse places, right? And then to add with the brother saying, you had earthquakes on the east side of the eastern parts of United States, which don't really have earthquakes like that. But they had little minor earthquakes over here. So the earthquakes in diverse places is happening before our eyes, right? The Bible is holding true to what it said is going to happen. It's happening before our eyes. But you got it, King.
True, man. He ain't lying. It's happening before our eyes, man. Just because we haven't, Aliyah, just because we haven't seen it right here in front of, don't mean it's not happening somewhere else, man. You know, we got to be paying attention in these things, man. So let's get now let's go to Mark chapter 13 verse 7. We're going to read through to 8, right? Because Yahushua saying, he's saying it again, man. He's saying earthquakes, right? He's saying famines, man. We finna show that famine too. And we finna see troubles, man. We finna show troubles too, man.
The book of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 7. And when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be ye not troubled, for such things must need be, but the end shall not yet be.
Read on.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in diverse places, and there shall be famines and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows.
So all these things that he just listed are the beginning of sorrow. Hey, King, let's go to the chat. All right, quick. And let's get the second, not the first slide. We ain't gonna get that. We're gonna get the second slide because that happened. That happened today. Let's get that just to prove when he said wars and rumors of wars and all these things, you know what I'm saying, what's happening, nation rising against nation and kingdom against kingdom, man. But whenever you get it, you can read it, King.
Which one are you talking? You talking about British nuke?
King, it said, Kim Jong-un draws red line at sea. It's like the second one from the top all the way to the top is the second one. Yeah.
Kim Jong-un draws red line at sea, vows to fire on South Korean ship that violates even 0.111 millimeter.
So this is proven, man. Hey, guess what? Verse 8, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, right? And we already just touched on the earthquakes and all these things, man. But guess what? World War III, people say it's coming. It's already here. Let's just keep it real. It's already here. It's already here, right? U.S. already done sent missiles already. You know, U.S. cargo ship got hit by a missile, man. The war is already here. You know, Kim Jong-un, he's really the Lord's tapping into his spirit already to start sending them, man. He's finna start sending them in these last days, man. I want to get.
And Salaki, I read that wrong too. That's 0.001. My bad, y'all.
Con, you good, King. Hey, and to add to that, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta see the spirit that these people moving in. He said 0.001. So that means you move a speck out of line. Let a tip of the ship move across the line. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like when we was kids. You know what I'm saying? I bet you won't cross that line. Kind of cross the line out in the dirt. I bet you won't cross that line. What happened when you cross that line? It kind of, hey, brothers pop out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's what's going down with these nations, man. They kind of drawing a line like, hey, man, you cross this line, hey, it's going down. It's going down. You know? What you got it, King?
All right, so I want to get.
And I just added
Matthew.
I added one in the chat too. That if you want to get that one too, I added another one to go with the rumors of wars in the chat.
Yeah. Get that one that he just sent, and then after that, we're gonna get Matthew chapter 24, verse 24, because I want to touch on this too, man, because this been happening a lot too, man. But you can get what Aliyah has sent, man.
Flash, flash, flash. U.S. full-scale war with Yemen begins. U.S. bombs 3 cities and 10 missiles and weapon sites across Yemen now.
All right. So like the brother said though, man, hey man, it's popping off right now. A lot of people, they kind of saying, well, World War III is going to start. It's already started, man. It's already started, man. It just ain't to the climax section yet, but it done started. They've been doing it's a lot of war been going on. You know, had the war in Ukraine, that's still going on right now, right? And then the same thing the brother just brought out about South Korea, they drawing a line, right? Then you got the United States popping off on Yemen. Hey, this thing is going down through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, right? So what the Lord said, we're seeing it before our very eyes. What you got it, King?
All right. Can you get me Luke 21, verse 8? And then after 8, we're gonna skip down to verse 11. All right. Because I want to touch on this, man. I don't know if brothers and sisters seen, man, Kanye West, he's been speaking out, not being scared to say, what I'm saying, we are the Jews. But bro started tripping the other day, man. Says Kanye, whenever you get it, I just sent it in the chat. All right. Well, no, we can read this first. We're gonna read this first though. Read verse 8, King.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 8. And he said, take heed that you be not deceived, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach. And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them.
Wait, King,
therefore after them.
Hey, King, it says, and the what?
And the time draweth near.
And it says, and the time draweth near. Now, let's open up the chat. Let's go to the recent one I just sent, because it says people on the last days gonna say that they Christ, man. They're gonna say they Hamashiach, Yahushua, man. You can read that, King.
Kanye West claims to be the new Jesus in new blasphemous album.
So Kanye West is claiming to be the new Jesus, right? Brother was just talking about we the Jews. Yeah, you doing a good thing spreading the word, man. But when you start saying things like this is where you lost me, brother. Right? It says that he's saying that he is Yahushua, the new Jesus. When Yahushua called this out in Luke, he called it out in Matthew 24. He called it out in all these other things that he left for us, so we can know that we're living in the end times. Now let's go back to Matthew 21 and let's read verse 11.
Hey, King, just a little quick tip about Kanye. You'll know they fruit, right? You'll know a tree by its fruit, bro. So we gotta watch him anyway, because he could be controlled opposition. You know what I'm saying? So you got to take what he say with a grain of salt. Yeah, he was speaking the truth, but I would still expect Kanye to be Kanye at the end of the day.
Yeah, facts, man. We gotta, you know what I'm saying, like you said, man, know them by their fruits, man. Get on Luke chapter 21, verse 11.
And I got something to back that up too, real fast, King.
Hey.
But no, I ain't got no picture, but it's accounts of we had with this like a couple of calls back as well, where you had you got in some parts of Africa where you got these dudes coming out, and not only in Africa but here in America, that they saying that they Mashiach, right? The videos out there, right, of various people. So it's just adding to, like the brother saying, the Lord said in the last days it's going to be false Christ are going to rise up, and it's happening. It's happening. You got people saying they the Lord, right? But with that, you got it, King.
Can you get me
Because from Luke 21 verse 11, we trying
Yes,
to touch
sir.
on everything. We trying to touch on everything quickly, man. So you go ahead and read 11, King. My bad.
Okay, come. The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 11. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall be there from heaven.
So guess what? We already done touched on the earthquakes in diverse places. We're going to touch on the famine in a minute, but I want to get where it says fearful sights and great signs shall there be from heaven. I want to show a great sign that the people that stay in the area that we teach, I want to show a great sign that Yahweh shall cause to happen. You open up the chat and look at the recent things that I sent. Because in Valdosta, right, we never seen this happen like this. This is, guess what? This is the fearful sight, right? This is the fearful sight, man, right? Where and ever have you seen Valdosta a tornado? They talked about, yeah, I seen a tornado. Man, no. This is actually what Christ was talking about. Even though we stay in a small city, that doesn't mean that the prophecy's not going to happen through there either. Go to the next slide for me too, King. Go to the second one of the picture. All right, look at that, man. Look at that. That's that right there. That's a fearful sight. That's a great sign from heaven. The Lord caused that to happen. The Lord caused that to happen.
Hey, I pray he's saying more too.
Fact. Go to the next one, man. Look at that, man. Go to the next one, King. Yeah, zoom in on that one. Look at that.
Yes, sir.
You got to think about that. This was Sunday after when we got done teaching Saturday on the highway and byway. You know, people are being all rude to us, the prophets, man, right? People were shooting a bird at us that day. They were cussing us out. Esau was calling us niggers, right? All these things were happening. Look what the Lord did. He sent destruction. All the people that were scoffing, mocking the prophets, the Lord, it will fight for us, man. Right? And we pray that our people repent. But the Lord sent judgment. And that's proven. Go down, King, a little bit. And this is proven because this is a woman house. You know, so I've been doing a little research on her. She's been going viral on Valdosta News, talking about she don't got nothing to eat, right? Saying that she don't got no water. She don't got all these things. That's a famine. Her house is totally destroyed. Now, I want to touch on this right here. And we go back to Luke 21, verse 12.
Hey, that's a mighty point what you bringing out, King. That just means he on the way, bro.
He's on the say it again, King.
He coming.
hey, better understand that thing, man. Better understand that
bro.
thing.
He coming.
Read verse 12 for me, King, right quick.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake.
So guess what? He listed all these things up above, but he said, but before all these things, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you and deliver you up to synagogue. King, click in the chat, click on that YouTube link that I sent, because me and Ali, I was talking about this already, and I'm gonna let him touch in on this too, right? Because guess what? This is gonna happen, right? You're gonna be persecuted for this truth, right?
You can't dialogue. Locky, we don't own this. Fair use. This is for educational purposes only. With white men, but we might. That's not. They're already.
It's gonna skip up a little bit, but it's gonna be there. Hold up.
Dialogue. Go on and see the. Get that.
Watch this. This is what the Bible says.
Did the Lord do that to you?
If you don't cooperate,
Yeah, the Lord did that to us, and we rejoice in it. Call all y'all about Shabbat.
twist the narrative.
Call all y'all about Shabbat. What's the noise? What's the noise that's speaking? Walk this way. What's the noise that's speaking? 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 Hey, give it up here. Give it up your ass. Shut your father's mouth. Give it up your ass. Give it up your ass. Give it up your ass.
Hey, step on, take these step back.
Silence your mouth.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me.
Silence your mouth.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking.
Get right with God. Vengeance is mine, said.
Now, we don't own this video, but guess what? Them are our brothers, man. But the thing is, like the Bible says, they're gonna deliver you up to be persecuted. That was Pastor David Lynn, right? When I had the veil over my eyes, when I was living in Christianity, I used to listen to him. Look how another brother, he called the police on him too, by the way. He called the police on him and delivered that brother up to be persecuted for this truth. And look how he didn't fold. Look how he's being persecuted. They're pushing him up against the rock, right? Face probably skint the rock, all these things. But look how he's still calling out the precepts, man. Calling on the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, even though he's being persecuted, right? These are things that Christ said was going to happen, right? These are the things that he said was going to happen. But you got it, King.
I gotta get Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10. Right, and kind of like the brother said, hey, the brother.
You breaking up, King?
It's a very other precepts on my right. I mean, Psalm 15, huh? Can you hear me now?
You good, man.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was saying Revelation 2 and 10, Psalms 50 and 15. Right, but we're gonna get Revelation 2 and 10 first.
The book of Revelation, chapter 2 and verse 10.
You read that, King Buckshot?
You a little chopped up, the Hebrew.
I ain't saying that.
You want me to keep going?
Yes, sir.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Right. So he said, hey, we gonna be persecuted. Some of us gonna get thrown into prison, right? And that's not the only brother that got locked up. Hey, it's gonna happen more and more. You're gonna see an increase of more men going to jail for this truth, right? They already putting out there that you can report your family members or neighbors if they're extremists or something like that. So for those that's kind of new in this truth and might not know, we are considered a extremist group. We're considered a hate group because we speak that the Lord loves us, right, and care for us, and he's going to destroy the nations and send them into captivity. So with that being said, they're already setting the stage as in to persecute us for what we teach. Because we teach that we are God's chosen people. We teach that the Lord is going to destroy America. We teach that. And we also say that, hey, that the heathen, they're going to captivity. Right? And so people, the nations, they don't like that. They don't like that. So they trying to stop. They trying to stop us from doing the work, but it ain't, Lord willing, they ain't gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna want to put us in prison, right? Even by our own people. David Lynn, our own brother.
Hey, Salaki King. Salaki King. Let me get a precept real quick, man, because this is why this is let's go to
say what now?
Let me get a precept real quick. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 14. Like the brother said, we be out prophesying, and then you start seeing all hell breaking loose, right? Let's read verse 13 and 14.
Hebrews chapter 1 and verse 13. But to which of the angels said he at any time, sit on my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool? Are they not all ministering spirits sent forth to minister for them who shall be heirs of salvation?
Right. The angels are ministering spirits, meaning they're servant spirits sent forth to serve, which is what minister means, for them who shall be heirs of salvation. We the heirs of salvation. So when we prophesy on the streets, you literally activating the angels. You speeding up prophecy. You making the salvation faster. Right? Let me get one more in the book of Second Ezra. Second Ezra chapter 6. So you can't be scared that you're seeing these types of things. Supposed to be happening. Second Ezra 6 and verse number 18. Let's read 18 and 19.
Second Ezra chapter 6 and verse 18. And it said, Behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and I will begin to make inquisition of them, what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness, and when the afflicted of Zion shall be fulfilled.
Right. So the Lord said he's going to visit the earth and get up with those who afflicted unjustly with their unrighteousness. They afflicting us right now unjustly with their unrighteousness. Like you see, they locked the brother up, right? Then they got all manner of drugs and all kind of prostitution going on that same block. But he got locked up for preaching the word of the Lord. It says, why is this happening? It says, because the of Zion has to be fulfilled. A certain number of us got to be afflicted, whether that's prisons, whether that's you getting killed, right? But stand firm in them times because this is supposed to happen, right? But you got it, King.
Hey, King, you mind if I show this thing? Can you load up the first one I just sent in the chat right quick? So I know it's 8 o'clock. But I just want to show like a couple right quick. You know what I'm saying? That's going into the fearful sights and famines and the false prophets. We just gonna show it, talk about it right quick, and then the first one that I just sent.
I can't. I mean, it's just I just look like the YouTube when that's the old.
No. Wait, hold up.
That's crazy.
I'm finna send it. Hold up.
And what we can do too, Lord willing, we could try to do a part 2 to this, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot more signs and things that's out there. Because we haven't really touched on the pestilence. We ain't get on the pestilence. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot more stuff, you know what I'm saying, that we can touch on. That's alluding to that we're living in the last days. You know what I'm saying? But you got it, King. So Lord willing, we'll try to definitely do a part 2, and we're gonna come back with some more stuff. So Lord willing, though.
All right, man. Hey, King, can you read this for me?
Oh, for sure, yes, sir. Girl dies after falling in hole on beach.
So a girl died after falling in a hole in a beach, which actually was a like quicksand, right? It was really like quicksand. I think it was another nation, like another woman, you know what I'm saying, another nation, which was judgment, man. But Key would load up the last one I just sent. It's the last one, and then we gonna because this is that just because famine, you know what I'm saying, famine's coming. It's coming, right? I went to Dollar General and I went to the little frozen little food section, man. I went walking around the store, man, and the shelves are empty. And I think that's in something that the storehouses will suddenly become empty or something. I don't want to butcher the scripture, but roughly paraphrasing, it'll say like the storehouses will be empty, man. Can you read this for me right quick?
State of emergency declared in Papua New Guinea after rioting and looting killed 16.
Now scroll down for me a little bit in the picture. So guess what? This happening over there, they have like a little famine going on right now, right? they're already, so basically we're not gonna call it Jacob's trouble, but that's how it's gonna look when Jacob's trouble pop off, right? You're gonna see people breaking into the stores trying to steal food. You see them, they killed 16 people over there. They killed 16 people over there because there's no food, there's not none of these things, and that's going into, you know, that. But that I is, man.
I'm gonna get the last precept, and it's just to close out with that that thing. But yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2, Lord willing, though. But we're gonna go to 2nd Esdras 6 and 22. That's the last precept. 2nd Esdras 6 and 22.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6 and verse 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty.
See that? So this Bible real. Hey, it said them full storehouses, that place that once had that surplus of rice, corn, this and that, hey, it's gonna suddenly be empty. Look what's going on. Turning up empty. Hey, this Bible ain't no joke, man. But we can go on and on, but we have permitted our time. But Lord, shalom, shalom. That I you.
Hey, there was some mighty points y'all brought out.
All
praise
praise
the
to
Praise.
I was shocked. Most High willing, we'll see y'all Sunday at 7 o'clock for another class. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.